Hey everyone, and welcome on into my beauty world. So today we are going to play with some new makeup. So I got some makeup from the 21 Days of Beauty sale that's going on in Ulta right now. And last week was the first official week. And so I picked up this Sun blush in the shade Sunlit 10. And then I also picked up the Do It All Sun bronzer, and this is in Sun Bronze 200. I believe this is the lightest color of the bronzer. So I'm really excited to try these out today. And then another thing that I picked up was this CC Red Correct color correcting cream. You know, I have a lot of redness, so I'm really excited to try this out. These were all 50% off on certain days, which is amazing. And then during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I did also see from Sephora that they had their Sephora lip set. This is the Perfect Pout lip set that was on sale for 50% off. So Sephora runs 50% off daily sales next to Ulta. You know, they're always competing, which is the market. So this is the Perfect Pout lip set that is normally $46 and I got it for $23. Now, one thing to know is the Perfect Pout lip set from Kohl's does not have the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil, whereas the Sephora, the regular Sephora set does. So I got this from Sephora, so I did get the Artist Color Pencil. And the only thing that I have in this particular set is going to be the Merit in the last nude set that was around the holidays. I ended up picking that up, and it has the same Merit color lip liner, unfortunately, so I will probably be giving away the Merit one, but we're going to do a lip combo with something in here at the end as well. And because I'm still testing this out, I do want to start by prepping my lips with the Ruby and Millie Lip Sleeping Mask. This is in the scent Vanilla, but this is just the Laneige dupe. And my lips are always a little dry, so I do want to prep them accordingly, so they are nice and ready at the end for a good lip combo. Hopefully the light lets you see a little better. I'm not sure if it's going to wash me out or not, but we will try it with the light. So to start out today's makeup look, I'm going to start with the Hale Peptide Milk. This is the Five Below Road dupe of the Cream Skin Toner. And I'm going to use this as my skin prep today. And I have been using this every day since I got it when I do my makeup, and I do like it so far. I haven't noticed anything funny like my face drying out or anything like that. I haven't really had any breakouts. And then since we let that sit in, I think it does feel fully dry, so I'm going to do my topical redness gel next. Which honestly I probably shouldn't have used since we're using the CC Red Correct, but it's already on, so we're just going to use it. And then I'm going to use my MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, and I'm going to cancel out the redness in my lids, or the discoloration. And since we are going to use the Red Correct cream, I'm going to let my Sun Essence sink in before we put it on top to prevent pilling. So I'm going to go ahead and do my sunscreen. This is the sunscreen that I always use, which is the Skinnick. Sun Essence in SPF 50. And not only does that allow my sunscreen to sink in while I do my eyes, but it also allows for my MAC paint pot to dry down so it's ready for shadow. And then lately I have just been loving a really simple eye look, so I think we're going to go with a simple eye look today. I do have, you know, just like brown and black on. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the more cool tone shades, and we're going to take the 2 cool tone shades here with just a fluffy blending brush. I'm going to take the Naked Rose N13 and just mix those 2 shades. We're going to put that in the outer corner and going into the crease. Okay, perfect. So I really like that. And then for a quick little 2 and done look, I'm going to use the Zari Eyes eyeshadow from Kulfi in the shade Sona. This is a beautiful gold shade. Not sure if you can see just how beautiful that sparkle is, but it is so beautiful. It's one of my favorite, like, 2 and done looks that I do. And then we're gonna do, you can see so that is the one thing with this Laneige dupe sleeping mask from Ruby and Millie. It does give you the white lines in the inside of your mouth. So you just got to be careful of that. Now, normally I would use this at night, so it's not really a deal breaker for me, but I'm not sure that I will continue to use it when I do my makeup, especially if I'm filming. So I'm going to take the NYX Epic Ink waterproof liner in the shade brown, and we are just going to do a small wing. And you can see that my tip is actually all messed up here. So it's time to get a new eyeliner. Okay, good enough. As you know, cousins, not twins. We do the best we can. Okay, and so for mascara today, I'm actually going to try to use up the sample that I have of the Hourglass. So we are going to take the mini Hourglass. This is the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara. This is their tubing mascara, and honestly, I hate that I got the sample because I love it. And it takes off so nicely at the end of the night in tubes, and it's just honestly a really, really good mascara. I'm almost done with my sample. I'm getting every last drop out of the Hourglass samples that I got. Okay, and that looks really good. Honestly, there might be another use out of that, but I really like this so far. So that is what the eyes are looking like. And now to start out the face, we are going to use the Aborian Korean Skin Therapy CC Red Correct Color Correcting Cream. And I really hope that this works for me. I was going to get their CC cream, but the shade Eclair it looked a little too deep for me. So I'm hoping that this turns out to be an okay color. Okay, wow, that worked pretty well. What do you guys think? I think that actually turned out pretty good. Okay. I can still see a little bit of redness peeking through, but it did help, I think. Okay, promising. I like that. Pretty excited for that. And then for foundation today, because I'm still testing it out from when my husband and I went to Sephora and played that game. So I'm testing out the Ciele Tint and Protect SPF 50. And this is their skin tint, the tinted serum. And I do like to apply this to the back of my hand. And then I like to paint it on the face like this. And then we are going to take my Anissa Beauty Pinnacle Foundation brush, and we are just going to stamp this in. Wow, that looks really good together. I feel like the CC cream almost gave me like a glow, and I love it. So we're just going to take the rest of what's on the back of my hand, just stipple this on. And I think that looks really nice. So far, I am loving this Ciele Tint and Protect, which is unfortunate for my wallet. All right, and then we are going to go into bronzer. And I'm going to take the Lunar Beauty Dimension brush, and we are going to take the Do It All Serum Color Balm Sun Bronzer in the shade Sun Bronze 200. This is the It Cosmetics bronzer. I don't know how pigmented it is, so I'm just going to do a tap in. Okay, I got a little bit too much on my brush, but we're going to see if we can spread this out. Now, even though it's a little intense on this side, we will tone that down a bit. But I am really liking the color of this. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. Alright, and we're going to take a beauty sponge and just pounce over the bronzer to make it a little less pigmented. Because I did go a little bit overboard on this side. Oh wow. That took away a lot of coverage, but honestly it still looks really good. I really like how that looks. So that is, I mean, you get a lot of product in here too. Not sure if it says, but 18 grams of product in here, which is crazy. Okay, and then we are gonna do the Sun Blush. This is what it looks like. This is the shade Sunlit 10. And we're going to take my Nikki LaRose N17 brush. Oh, I really like that color. It's a beautiful color. Let's tone this side down just a little bit. But wow, I think that looks really good. Let's add just a tiny bit more back. That's what that looks like. It looks pretty good. Just get it a little bit more. I really like that. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay. And then we're going to take my Essence Correct and Conceal Under Eye Brightener Concealer in the shade, I think it came off. I think it's just the lightest pink shade. And then we are still testing out the Patrick Ta Major Skin Soft Blur Brightening Concealer. I have the shade Fair Neutral 2. And we are still testing this out. But so far, I am liking it, but it's not my all-time favorite. I do think it's a good mascara. I don't think it's going to be a holy grail for me. And since we use the Hourglass mascara, let's do the Hourglass Veil setting powder in translucent. I'm going to take the Nikki LaRose N14 for my powder. We're just going to work it in to the palm. Okay, I really like that. And then I think we are going to do the under eyes. So I'm just going to take the original brush that I use, the N13. We're going to dip into the same two matte shades from my Revolution Master Icon palette. And we're just going to put that on the lower lash line. And then we're going to take the Kulfi Zari eyes in the shade Sona with my pinky. And we are just going to put that on the lower lash line, inner corner. Beautiful. Loving that. For highlight, I'm still testing out this Westman Atelier. This is in the shade Nectar. So I think this is what we're going to use as a cream highlight today. And this does go over powder well. And that is honestly one of my favorite highlights right now. So again, not great for my wallet. Okay, and then we are going to do, you know, I've just been in love with this Maybelline Super Lock Tinted Brow Gel in the shade Deep Brown. It's just so easy to throw on and get my brows to shape a little. I've really been loving this. And then I'm going to take just a brush with a spoolie and just spoolie through that. Not sure if you see this rogue eyebrow hair here, but we're just going to pluck it because that was going crazy. Wow, this look turned out incredibly cute. I am loving the dewiness. I love the new products that we wore. I just really think this look turned out so, so nice. That highlight is beaming, which I love. So this was a good makeup try on. All right, we're going to take off my lip balm. And now let's go into the Sephora Favorites Perfect Pout Lip Set. We're going to start with the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. And this is a full size that you got in this set. I only have the Wherever Walnut shade in the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil. So I was really excited that this one was Anywhere Caffeine since it is one of their famous colors. And it's one that I do not own. So we have a nice fresh tip here. It's very warm. Not sure if you heard that huge sigh from my dog. Hilarious. He is upset because Mom is leaving today. Well, Mom and Dad are leaving today. Okay. I really like that. It's not my favorite color. It is a little warm for me, but I'm not sure how often I'll really wear it, but I am happy that I got it for such a great price because I think those lip liners are around $24 and I got this set for $23. So honestly, totally worth it to me. Now let's see. I think we are going to go with the Lancome. And this is the, let's see, Lancome Lip Idol Butter Glow in $1 Million Berry. And this is actually a really nice mini. I wasn't sure, you know, how cheap it would be, but this packaging is actually really, really pretty. This is what the color looks like. And I really like that combination together. Okay. And this is what the face is looking like. So I'm going to spray my face with some setting spray because I do want this makeup to last all day. We're going to use the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is the original. Okay, let me take my hair down. Okay guys, and this is what everything looks like. I think this turned out really, really good. I really like how everything is looking. So let's talk about it. Okay, so the Herborian Redness Correct cream, honestly, I think that did a really good job. You can barely see my redness peeking through on my cheeks, a little bit on my cheeks, but really not very much. So I honestly really, really like this. I think I'm going to get some good use out of it, and I'm really happy I went for the full size. The other two things that I tried out were the It Sun Blush in the shade Sunlit 10. I think this turned out really, really pretty. It's a beautiful, like, kind of a pinky orange shade, a pinky coral. So I think this is going to be great for the summertime. And then I was originally worried based on the swatches of the Sun Bronzer in the shade Sun Bronze 200. But honestly, I don't think this is too warm at all. I think it is really a beautiful color. And I think these are going to look wonderful in the summer. So I cannot wait to keep playing with them. The Sephora Favorites kit, honestly, this is a great kit. There's 3 full-size items in here. Even at $46, it's a good deal. But for $23, you really couldn't beat it. So, I really like this. The 2 shades we tried out today were the Anywhere Caffeine Makeup Forever Liner. That is a little warm for me, but I do still enjoy it. I will get some good use out of it. And then we did the Lancome Lip Butter on top of it, which I think is beautiful. It's a really nice creamy formula. I really, really enjoy it. So this was a great trying new makeup. I am so excited. I cannot wait to continue playing with this, and I will definitely keep you updated on all my thoughts. Okay, hey everyone. So I have had this makeup on for over 12 hours, and my eye was watering up a storm earlier, but it looks like it really didn't affect the makeup. So I still see the bronzer, and I still see the blush, and I think it honestly looks really good. It does look a little bit glowy and healthy, which I don't mind. But honestly, I think for 12 hours later, the face is looking great. So I'm loving so far the It Cosmetics blush and bronzers. And the lip products, of course, wore off. They weren't long wearing, so that's totally okay. But yeah, overall, I think this makeup looks really, really nice. And looks like the It Cosmetics blush and bronzer were definitely a good pickup. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.